site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, and of course part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the NC State Wolfpack. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. The Hokies offense will be the first up today. Of course, this game in Atlanta, I think, is the mecca of college football. And over the years here in the Peach Bowl, we've seen underdog teams like UCF and Houston really come in here and make their own piece of history.
And Chris, think about it. The Peach Bowl, kind of like the Cotton Bowl, has been a major winner in this playoff expansion. They put on a great game, and they've already had some memorable moments. Who could forget in 2022, the field goal in the game that potentially wins it for Ohio State was kicked in 2022 in wide left and hits the ground in the year 2023.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver, then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around, to give him a chance to get out in space, are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
Boy, good tough running here by this Virginia Tech running back. The offensive line did their job to give him just enough room there to be able to get vertical and pick up valuable yards and keep this drive alive.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from the defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? The defense stops him just short of the end zone. Spotted at the 1.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start to this big playoff game.
And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. That's a design quarterback keeper. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. So NC State's offense comes out for their first possession today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. To the air, it's Bailey. The pocket, and the result is going to be a safety.
That's how you get a game started by this defense. What a way to score here early. We'll just have to see if these 2 points make much of a difference if this game ends up coming down to the wire.
So after the safety, it's now a free kick coming up. They'll punt it away from the 20. Choosing to return the punt. Gets it to the 29 before being brought down. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch. Quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Using his legs here. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete. Tried to lob the ball up there, but doesn't connect.
Well, Chris, I can tell you as a quarterback, there's nothing more frustrating than a big defensive lineman who's good at swatting the ball. Because if they don't do it, oftentimes you got an open receiver and a completion.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Finds his man, has the first down. And he goes down after a big chunk play, the kind of explosive play this offense has been looking for. And the Hokies pick up enough yardage for a first down. From the shotgun, drops back. Caught over the middle. It's Mason. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. The Hokies with 1st and 10 here. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
The Hokies will line up here on 1st down and goal. Here's the option play. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Hokies. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Look at this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
The offense is out there. Here comes a 2-point conversion attempt. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he makes the grab. A successful 2-point try. They bump the lead up even more. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. Remember, the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. And on the carry, he's heading left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Makes the catch. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. It'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. So, Kirk, it's Virginia Tech in the lead. We've reached the end of 1 in this quest to move 1 step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Pressure is coming. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Well, that's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Punting team on the field. The defense stops the drive with that sack. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. He's moving out of the pocket now. A change of direction. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Shotgun empty backfield on second and inches. The quarterback's got it on the option. Oh, they test the middle there, but get nothing. So now it's third and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Adams.
This is an example of a quarterback in his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
The Hokies pick up 1st down yards to keep the drive going. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the PAT puts them on 17 now. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. 1st down here for this offense. Dropping back, it's Bailey. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. NC State comes to the line quickly. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. 2nd down and goal upcoming. And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's got it near the end zone. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, I know it's only the 1st half, but let's face it, Chris. You've come this far. This is a playoff game. When you get inside a 10-yard line, you can't settle for field goals. You need touchdowns. Let's see if they're able to come up with it here.
Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Now the try here for the extra point. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. On 1st down, it's play action. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. And that's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He eludes the rush. Caught near the sideline. It's Mason. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. So the head coach accepts the penalty, pushes the offense back a little bit. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And this time it's complete. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense really clicking here. 3 plays, and suddenly it's first and goal. Quarterback drops back. Grab behind the line. It's Mason.
That's a good job by his defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They routed the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
Let's see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
I love to see this by this quarterback. Instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off, reminds his defense what he can do with his legs, and almost took it to the house.
They break the huddle for third down and goal, and they punch it in from the 1. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So nothing on the previous play sets up a third and goal from the 1. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now here.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before they even get to the locker rooms.
So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. The returner is brought down. It's a starter on the next drive. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game, and we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job.
The offense recovers the fumble. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Second down after that previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down. NC State comes to the line quickly. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
They'll try the option play here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Runs through the defender. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Boy, really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line, but it's first and goal for the offense.
Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. Inside the 40. At the 20. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And the interception taken to the house. A pick-6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And he knocks through the PAT. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. Fields it just outside the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick-6. Can they recover from that right now? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Running with purpose. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Well, there's just so many things happening on these read option plays, and they happen fast. This defense has done a good job of trying to prevent this quarterback from hitting the big play. He gets some yards here, but at least he didn't get out for a big gainer.
And he's got it. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42. NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll give it to the back.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They wrap it up after the completion, just short of the first down marker. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. This is a daunting attempt from 54 yards out. Let's see if he's got the leg. Field goal try, no good. He missed it. It's still a 24-point margin after the miss. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Receiver makes the grab. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? He's moving out of the pocket. Just found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
This quarterback is making his big plays in the most critical moments in this game. Not only does he come up with a 1st down, but he picks up huge yards. And how did it get done? Gets away from the rush, keeps his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moves downfield to pick up extra blockers? It's a really nice run.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Short connection to the tight end here. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. Quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Defense makes the stop after the completion. So Virginia Tech, Kirk, is on top at the moment. We played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And he throws the ball out of bounds there. Smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up 3rd down.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Looking to throw it again. Caught near the goal line. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here.
Touchdown, Hokies. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team is on the field to prove this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Tackle made after the completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
That completion sets up a 2nd down play. Looking to throw. It's Bailey. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a 1st down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. He steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down. So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away. Return begins inside the 10. And they stop at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Bailey. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's on the run. Launches deep. Oh, the pass is picked off.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. We'll give it to the running back.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
That run sets up an important 3rd down call for this offense. And here's the handoff. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, keep working that clock and trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
The Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Quarterback looking to scramble. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Contact as he threw it. Incomplete. He was hit as see through the football there on third down.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on third and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at fourth down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
And he knocks that one right through. And they add to their lead. Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead. He'll return it from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Here comes the NC State offense back out on the field now. They need a couple miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking to throw. It's Bailey. Throws to the tight end. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility, what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now. Here's the second down play. Defense showing blitz here. Trying to create here on the move. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. The Wolfpack line up now. First and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
After the big loss on first down, it's second and goal, backed up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, NC State.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user has not turned the game off. The reset, they're playing it to the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. You're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
And the point after is right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. First down here for this offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And looking to throw now on first down. And he lobs it deep down the middle. And the pass falls incomplete as the game comes to a close. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Curb Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.